We're live on the Raj podcast. Yes, it is. It is 12 minutes past 12 in the UK. Hope everyone is now. I haven't made this up. And yes, I hope everyone is doing good. And if you're joining us live, I hope you all are well. On I think we're on a Wednesday in the UK. And yes, we have Presley back on the Raj podcast. Had a very I would say rising country music singer. I think she's already risen a lot.
Woohoo.
Um, so so Presley Tennant here is welcome back. It's nice to see you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's so great to see you too. Thank you so much for having me again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mostly writing my own songs, and I really like that idea. And then I studied masters in Los Angeles,
So hi everyone, welcome to the Raj podcast. This is Raj. We have a special guest, Nina Anto, who is like her description says, she's a singer, songwriter, music producer, and so much more, which we will discuss about. First of all, how are you doing today?
good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me, and hello everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming on. I know you're busy as well because I've just been checking your business out. We will talk about that as well in a little while. We'll talk about your company on there, but let's just start by your degrees and stuff. So you've done a lot of degrees and stuff. Tell us about what made you do these the master's degree and then the other one.
Yeah, so I did my bachelor degree in London at BIM, and I
Wow.
studied singing, but like in more creative ways. I was mostly writing my own songs, and I really like that idea. And then I studied masters in Los Angeles, at CalArts. And at CalArts, I studied performance and composition. And I was learning a lot about like producing music or making different, making sound design also. Um, and singing. And I think I just really wanted to know as much as I could from different people about music and from different perspectives and taking different courses. I just love music, so learning about it, it was just pleasure for me.
Yeah, and you've talking about the degree, you've done one in the United Kingdom, like you said, and then you've done a degree as well in is it California?
Yeah.
You done one in California, so you've been out and about, haven't you? Really, you've been quite a few places. So why California?
So actually, I was considering different masters in the US,
Hmm,
but I liked what CalArts offered, and CalArts offered more of like artistic approach to music, so thinking
hmm.
of music as a form of art, and also having at school not only musicians but also different kind of artists. We had people who were making sculptures, we had actors, we had dancers, and we could all interact with each other, and that was very inspiring. So I think that's why California. And I think being in Los Angeles, it's really great, and you can meet people from different parts of music industry, and you see, I never knew how diverse the music industry is, even when it comes to like there's so many genres and so many different, and like you have different universes, like different universe for each genre.
Hmm. So how does you compare from doing a degree in London and then California? Is it any different to standards, or do you think they both are around about the same?
Oh, they are so different, so
Yeah.
different. I would say what I loved about studying in London was
Hmm.
the fact that it wasn't only about being a musician, but it was also about how you will make a living as a musician. and learning about like building your brand, what elements are important when you build your brand, how to release a song, what's important when you release a song. You need to have a photo shoot, you need to upload it to different streaming platforms, you need to promote it, you need to have a strategy. And I
Yeah,
love that. While in the US, we had nothing here about it. We had just art and different courses. We had lots of world music, and
right.
like you could take drums from Ghana, you could have take a Japanese ensemble, and
Wow.
I know Tala systems from India. That was very inspiring, but there was no component of how to make a living as an artist, really.
In the UK.
No, in the US.
Oh, in the US. Okay. Yeah, but does the UK have like in US they have a music industry, but do we have that in the UK though?
Oh, yes. The UK
Because
music
I
industry
don't
is so
mm,
important.
I don't hear much about the UK industry though, to be honest. In the even on television, I don't really hear much about the UK as much as I hear about the US. Even though I'm in the
No, I think the UK music industry is one of the biggest also in the world. Not as
right,
big as the US one, but
not
the country is not as big as the US is.
mm, yeah, and it depends on how much you put in into an industry. The industry will grow bigger and bigger, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Um, on the and so yeah, so you were saying before, obviously you're in Poland, so you're in Poland now, yeah?
No, no, no. I'm in Los Angeles.
Okay, okay.
I am from Poland, but
You're
I
from
don't live
Poland,
there. Yeah.
okay. Does Poland have a music industry?
Oh, yes. I think every country in the world has a form of the music industry.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's not really commercial, but yeah, each country has music. So Poland, we have a music industry. We also have like major labels there that are present in the US. We have our Polish branches of these labels. We have, I would say, also strong classical music scene, jazz music scene, and alternative music scene. Um, I'm not a big fan, maybe sometimes of pop music scene in Poland, but maybe I'm not a big fan of commercial pop in general.
All right, okay. So they have a pop music genre which is quite big in Poland then.
Yeah, yeah. In general, like I think
Hmm.
this is the trend nowadays. People do like pop music, and some of it is really good. Yeah, but some of them I don't really like.
Yeah, it is a big genre, isn't it? Really, which a lot of people are looking to tap into. Another genre is country music, which is getting big as well from the UK. We're heading. I've brought a lot of people on here who are who are not Americans, they're UK, but they want to get into country music and they want to become country music artists. So that fever is growing big in the UK about country music now in the last few
Oh
years.
wow, that's really interesting, right?
Yeah,
You wouldn't
It is really
expect.
interesting. I only found out from them when they told me that the country music is becoming really big in the UK now. Um, so yeah, the scene is growing bigger. On the it used to before it used to be like country music was just in Nashville, USA. That's it, just based. But it depends on the trend how you are supposed to promote it. So what would you be classed as? Would you be classed as indie? Your genre
Yeah, I
music.
think indie music or like I don't know, alternative pop or experimental pop. Nowadays we just create new labels. But yeah,
Hmm.
indie. Yeah, I like also being influenced by pop, but I also like to make it slightly weirder.
Okay. And is there anyone who has influenced you, male or female, anyone in indie?
I think
Or
I think I love like FKA Twigs or James Blake,
James Blake?
Eve Tumor. Yeah, more like I
Hmm.
think people who treat music as a form of art, also people um, who make interesting soundscapes. So they use different textures. I also love Bon Iver. Bon Iver uses so many like this sounds that you wouldn't expect to have in the song, and this is what I love.
Bon Iver, okay. I'm learning some new names today, to be honest, because I've just not had the time in the last few years to listen to much music. Before that, I used to listen to lots of different music from around the world. Like different genres of music.
Who's your favorite musician?
I don't have a favorite. You see, I just listen to like anywhere from pop to dance to R&B. I used to listen to nearly every genre, apart from heavy metal. Every genre I used to listen to. So because music is diverse, isn't it? And it's diverse music, and I used to I didn't like just sticking to one genre or one artist, but everyone I used to listen to. You could say from from Bon Jovi to rock, which I think you classify as rock, I think. And then you would go to I grew up with MJ, growing up with MJ, which is pop, and uh, you know I think most people have who've in my generation and maybe before that they've grown up with him. So there's lots Shakira, another one. Um, yeah, lots of amazing artists around the world. But now it's obviously there's a few big ones out there now, like Taylor Swift now and stuff, and lots of big artists who ruling the music at the moment, are they really? To be honest, on the so how much music have you? When did you start taking music seriously and decided, okay, this is going to be a full-time profession?
So I think when I was 7 years old, because I
Hmm.
grew up as a classical pianist. So in Poland, I started in Poland, and in Poland you have a very like strict training if you want to get into classical music world. So yeah, and you need to start early in a way to get on that path there. So I started with music schools when I was 7, and I was practicing every day piano and playing different classical pieces for the next 12 years. And then I swapped into modern music.
Wow, from classic music to modern music, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a favorite from classic music? Do you when you release something, do you make an attempt to do it a mixture of classic and modern, or how do you do it?
I think the classical music, I played so much of it as a child. And yeah, and I'm from Warsaw, and in Warsaw you have so much about Chopin because he
Hmm.
was half French, half Polish, and um, most of the universities or music schools are called Chopin, and the airport is Chopin. Benches are playing Chopin in the old town of Warsaw. You have Chopin's competition. Like it's hard to escape, It's like it's everywhere. So definitely a part of it is somewhere in me, and I love playing piano and singing at the same time. So for me, it's always kind of connected, and the songs I love the most are the ones that have piano in it. So and specific type of piano, very like sensitive, delicate, and I think I took that from romantic classical music. um yeah, from Debussy, from Chopin, which Debussy more later in the history, but like Szymanowski, another Polish composer, also like 20th century musicians.
Wow. And you released some kind of music which was just for social media, which was something to do with was that something to do with your relatives or?
Oh, it wasn't only on social media; it's also on Spotify.
Oh,
No, yeah, I released a song called 5,437 Miles, and I released it for my friends because I moved to Los Angeles from London, and the distance between those two cities are exactly 437 miles. Hello, are you there? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So
So let's
okay.
repeat maybe the question because
No. Okay. So yeah. So you released So you released, yes, because you had some people who lived very far away from you when you moved. Yeah,
yeah, my
uh,
friends, most of
your friends,
them,
your
yeah,
friends.
it was very, very hard for me to leave London because my best friends are there, and we used to live in one building, and yeah, very important people for me. And I thought sometimes, there's a huge time difference between London and LA. It's
Mm,
hard to see each
that's
other
true.
so often, hard to talk. So I thought I will make a song for them, thinking about them. And I released it on my birthday, like day after my birthday, just as a gift for myself and to tell them that maybe even though I'm far and I moved far away, I still think about them. And I need to say that we stayed friends and we see each other. I was in London a month, like 2 weeks ago. So
Wow.
yeah.
So you released, yeah, absolutely, and yeah, definitely, and so you've signed with a Universal Music Group. Um,
No, no, no.
no, you
I'm
haven't.
not signed. No,
Okay,
I'm independent.
independent.
Yeah.
Is that how you prefer to be independent? Do you want to be independent?
So for a long time when I was younger, it was my dream to be signed to a label, and I
Hmm.
thought that would change my life. But more, I was thinking of music as a form of art. More, I understood that there are less places that would allow me to be myself in music. And I think signing into a label, yeah, it means you will get funding easily, but you kind of need to recoup that. And and I also realized that myself, I have quite good business skills. So maybe
Hmm.
I'm not anymore so much in need of a label because the industry is changing. You have more chances to build your personal brand. So, and use different maybe apps or different companies to help you grow. And I think here actually the artist that I mentioned, James Blake, is doing a lot of good things for independent artists to show the path, what path we can take, how we can grow. Um, and I really like that, and it's giving me hope that it's worth to stay authentic in music, and it's maybe not a bad choice nowadays to be independent.
Hmm. That's true. That's actually true, guys, because I've seen a lot of artists who I've spoken to. They prefer to be independent, to be honest, rather than signed with a big label, because there are restrictions when you're with a big label as well. What you can
Yeah, there
do,
are
what.
restrictions on what you can do or what kind of
Hmm.
music you need to do. And restrictions are not always bad because sometimes, like, I feel like with my music, I'm sometimes like I try different genres and I'm a bit eclectic. And I think at this point of my life I need to decide what is my style. And I think labels help you analyze that. And that was a bit difficult for me to do myself, to really say and be honest with myself what genre I want to make. So yeah, it took me a long time. I think I only know now what I want to make an album this year. I want to release an album, and I only know now how to make it coherent.
So, how much music have you released, and do you have a website or where people can check your music? Or
Yeah, so now I'm building a website for with Nina Anto, but I mostly use my social platforms. So Instagram is definitely the one to check. NinaAnto.wav, so WANV. And I'm also on Spotify and YouTube and all other streaming platforms. Um, and I think this is the best way to follow
Hmm.
me and to follow my music. I released, I don't know, about 8 singles now. And there is an album coming this year. So
Yeah, do check it out. Do check it in the album out. We'll put in. You see the links on the description. So do check her music out. I've been checking her music out myself on YouTube yesterday. So I did check some of your music out on your YouTube channel.
yeah,
Um,
the album
yes,
though will be out
it's
later this
different.
year. Not yet.
I think you created a unique music for you, which is different to anybody else. To be honest,
Oh.
I think
And
so.
what made
I think
you think
I think
that?
it's different. I think it's different. That's my personal opinion. I think it's different to what I've heard. I'll be
Oh,
honest.
that's very kind of you to say.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful to hear
Yeah,
that.
on that. We'll mention in music, but I think it would be unfair not to mention your company as well. So we'll mention a bit about your company, which you've developed. This is a website as well, which people can check. This is a website, which is myaudiosign.com. Tell us a bit about this company and why did you start it?
So I started it because I like creating sounds. As I mentioned, like what I like about music that I listen to, it's all interesting soundscapes you can add to your sound and how you as a musician want to develop your sound. And I thought like, why won't we do it for brands or for companies? Because I think it helps a lot with sales, and it helps a lot with creating a coherent image for a brand to have coherent sounds, from like notifications to sound logos, jingles or ads, and you can create like a music universe for a company. So I thought this is like a interesting way to mix well, I love art, but also business together. And I was always fascinated by like working with marketing teams, how they think, how they grow. And thanks to that company, I often have the chance to actually work with the marketing company, a marketing part of the company that is my client, um, and learn a lot about I don't know, like how to scale, how to benefit more people. And I think this is something I really like, and it's kind of like my mission in general, how we can make things bigger, how we can serve more people
Hmm.
and benefit more people.
Yeah, I've checked it out myself. Your website as well. It's a very in detail. It explains exactly what your brand is and what what is done. So you've done well in that. So there's big plans for this company this year then 2025.
Yes, yes. I work with some Polynesian, some like American clients, and also some people from Europe. So I cannot really say much about what are the plans, but if you check the website later this year, you will see the brands, companies we worked with. And what I really love about this company, I made it with
Hmm.
my friends. Like I work with my friends, so it's a place where we can like together have each of us has different talents within music, within sound making sounds. And one of my friends, he's actually a blind and music engineers producer, and in a way like it's so amazing working with him on sounds, because like sound was always the most important thing for him to navigate the world, because he
Hmm.
cannot see. And his ideas are very unique. And sometimes the ideas that I couldn't think of, he has. And I love how we can be together in this experience of like creating for others, but also learn from each other.
Right. Wow. Yeah, do check it out. This is the website. We'll put it on the description as well. You'll be able to see it on the description as well, which is obviously myaudiosign.com. Do check out Nina's music on all the good platforms on there. online. So Spotify, Amazon Music, everywhere. You'll be able to check her music out and do give her feedback. And you're available on all the social media, TikTok, everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. Like for if you want to text me or ask a question, it's usually the best to contact me on Instagram. But yeah, I do have TikTok too and Facebook. Um, and yeah, check my favorite song of mine is actually called "Show Me Your Scars," and I made it with my friend. So check this one out and let me know what you think.
Show me your scars.
Yes.
Is that your latest music you've done?
It's not the latest song, but it's like I made it a few months. Like I released it in May 2024.
Oh, okay. And so what type? I mean, without giving this away, what type of music would you class this as? This music, your latest. Um,
So this one that I released in May is even influenced a bit by hip hop, or because my friend is doing like a rap section in that song, and I love that. Danny Clark is my friend, and yeah, I was so happy to collaborate with him because he has such a different style, and we could merge our styles together and create something unique. And there will be one more song coming that we are creating together now.
yeah, absolutely. Do check it out and stay tuned. Like Nina said, her website. She's working on a website as well, and do make sure you do subscribe to her YouTube channel. She has a YouTube channel as well, which
Oh,
I've
thank
checked.
you.
Which I've checked. Check it out. Subscribe to it. And on there, that's growing pretty well as well. I've seen your YouTube channel is doing really well as well. There's lots of views. So yeah, you must be happy with the response.
Yeah, yeah, I think there's a lot of things I also need to work on when it comes to growth. But I have some views because my videos, like my music videos, were made by very good Polish artists. Marcin Magiera, one of them, my great friend, an amazing cinematographer. Um, and like they were featured in different Polish newspapers. So I was
Wow.
very happy to have that opportunity to have my music being shown to to Polish audiences.
Wow. That must be, yeah, that must be really good. So you're permanently in the USA now.
And like, I think because now with the internet, it's so easy to be in just sit in one place, but be in
Yeah,
many.
it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's easier for singers now, isn't it, than before. Obviously, they
even
had to
even us today, right? Connecting from different places
exactly.
in the
Yeah,
world.
that's just, there are some good things about the technology, and
Yeah.
you can't be anywhere on there. So yeah. So did you just going off topic a second? Are you eligible to vote for the USA election then?
No,
No.
no, I'm not
You
having a
don't.
citizenship, and
All right.
yeah, I'm an artist here, so I'm
Oh,
having the
okay.
artist visa.
Artist visa. Okay. Okay, yeah. So yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so do check it out. Do check Nina's music out. It is very different, unique in a way, and yeah, I mean, so you're a singer songwriter. So obviously, you've written all the music yourself.
Yes,
Um,
and I also produced it and sometimes mixed the songs too. I love making a song from like the first note to final mix. It's it's like painting with a sound or
um,
with your voice, and I love that.
and do you need? I mean, before musicians they used to have like either there is an artist who created like a garage, and he started mixing music there, with the proper equipment back in the day. This is some years back, but now everything's online. So do you just do it online then, the mixing and everything?
No, like I have special programs, special plugins, because
Oh,
mixing is when I like decide like what instrument will be in the front of my song,
Mm,
which instruments will be like pans to like different parts of the song, what kind of reverbs I will use, what kind of compression. And that's why I studied so long, to be able to actually not only sing on my songs or write the lyrics, but to also be able to do this like kind of engineering part. um yeah, I wouldn't call myself music engineer, because I mostly do it like I mostly do it for myself, and when even with the company I share it with even like more with the music engineers. I share this
mm.
part of the job, but I have the skills because to mix my own songs.
Wow. So do check it out. Do check Nina's music out on the YouTube, available on YouTube, and obviously if you want to listen to the music, you can purchase it on all the good music platforms. So what should your fans be looking forward to this year then with yourself? Do you think
The album
the album?
that I'm preparing, but this will take a few more months. But please follow me, stay tuned, and yeah, say hello on Instagram.
Is this your first EP, your first album?
Yes, this will be my first album
Wow.
to be released. Yeah.
So this will definitely be the most special album then for you, because the first one's always a special one, isn't it? The first one.
I
Um,
don't know because I never had the first one yet.
no,
Let's
I
see
mean
how it feels.
in the years to come, you probably be saying, yeah, the first one will be the one which you cherish the most, probably.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it's so hard to make this first album because
mm,
it's also for me lots of like growing up in between these years and understanding who I am and what I want to say in that album. And
mm,
and also it's the third country here that I'm living in. And you
yeah,
change so much each time you
yeah,
move to another place, and you're confused again, and I think this album will be a bit like that. Different parts of me in different places.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. You've been to a few different countries already now, and you're in the USA now.
Yeah.
But the weather is different from the UK to the USA, though, isn't it? It must be much warmer down there.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. London is more gloomy,
Gloomy. It is
but
more gloomy. Yeah.
but it has. I love London's weather, even though people say it rains. But I do love the sound of the rain, like the sound of water. So that always made me happy when it was raining. Uh, Here we don't have much rain, but I live close to the ocean, and we have sun most of the days, which is beautiful. But even last night, I spoke with my friends that I'm this kind of a person that equally loves summer to winter, because when it's cold, there is so much different music you start to discover, or different books, and you just create a different lifestyle that's also unique.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. First of all, yeah, thank you for coming on. And on there, I'm sure it is quite. There's still a lot of the day remaining where you are. Obviously, with the time difference. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So as I know as well, there's a big time difference. I think it's about 6 hours or so, 5 6
Oh,
hours.
it's eight.
Is it eight
It's
hours where you are? Yeah. Yeah.
I yes, I think so. It's 8 hours with the UK and 9 hours
Um,
with Poland.
9 hours in Poland. Yeah. Okay. So your family is in Poland now as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but we talk a lot. We connect, and we learn what is the best time to call each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Once you get used to that, then it's absolutely fine. On the thank you very much for coming on and
Thank you for
sharing with
having
us
me.
sharing your story and sharing what your plans are for your music, and lots of things to look forward to as well. And obviously, we will update the information on the website, which is obviously the womanagendapodcast.com. You can check the information on there, and we'll upload the audio podcast on there as well. And this version will be available on the audio podcast on all good podcasts, including Spotify, Amazon Music, and everywhere else. You can listen to it as well. If you are busy and you need to just listen to it, you can listen to it on your phone. The audio podcast, will upload it. So hopefully today, or if not latest tomorrow, it should be on by tomorrow. On there, thank you very much on
Awesome.
there, and wishing you lots of success in this year.
Thank you so much. And